Okay, guys. So now today we want to talk about the news that we found for SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 5 for gender equality. So I found this news about for SDG 4, quality education. I found an article from Esto Awadi titled Early Emphasis on TVET, STEM Narrow Skills Gap. The article discussed the government's plan to strengthen TVET and STEM education through the National Education Plan 2026-2035. What caught my attention is the focus on TVET. In Malaysia, there's still a perception among some people that TVET is less valuable, or perception some people that TVET is, some people think that TVET is less valuable compared to university education. Students who choose TVET are sometimes viewed as less successful than those pursuing traditional academic pathway. However, I think this perception is becoming outdated. According to the article, the employability rate of TVET graduates has increased significantly, showing that industry highly value technical and practical skills. In fact, many sectors such as manufacturing, automation, renewable energy, semiconductor technology, and engineering require skilled workers who possess hands-on expertise rather than purely theoretical knowledge. So I believe quality education should not be measured only whether a student attends university. Quality education means providing students with knowledge, skills, and opportunities to match their interests and industry needs. Different students have different strengths, and both academic technical pathway play important roles in national development. So do you guys found any news related to SDG 4?
That's a great point, Azizah. So I also found something about SDG 4, quality education, which is there is one important issue under SDG 4 is the lack of accessibility infrastructure for students with disabilities. According to the most recent global reports, only about half of primary schools and around 62% of secondary schools worldwide have basic facilities that support students with disabilities. This means that many students still face barriers in accessing education simply because their school are not designed to meet their needs. For example, some schools lack wheelchair ramps, accessible toilets, elevators, or learning materials for students with visual and hearing impairments. As a result, a student with disabilities may find it difficult to attend classes, participate in activities, and achieve their full potential. This situation contradicts the principle of inclusive education, where every student should have an equal opportunity to learn and succeed. Education is a fundamental human right. When students are excluded because of physical barriers, society lose the opportunity to benefit from their talents, skills, and contributions. Therefore, governments, schools, and communities must work together to improve accessibility and ensure that no student is left behind. However, I found that Azizah's point is very interesting, and I'm quite agree that TVET is very important because it provides practical skill-based education such as engineering basic, culinary skill, automotive repair, digital technology, and etc. It helps students who may not follow the traditional academic path to still gain valuable skills and become employable. So that's my opinion.
I also agree with both of your ideas, but I will more prefer on TVET, which is Aziza point, because just like Aziza say that TVET provides practicals and demand skills on the industry field. So it will create more opportunities for the student that maybe does not like study and so on.
Yeah, as for my opinion, I think Azizah's opinions on Tibet is more likely more interesting for me because you cannot look at the students' universities, but you have to look at the education quality. Tibet also helps reduces employment by preparing students with skills that are needed by industries. Therefore, investing in quality education and Tibet is important to produce a skilled workforce and support the country's economic growth.
For SDG 5, I found that an article that was very interest me, which is talking about gender equalities is still far being achieved is because many women around the world continues to face discriminations, unequal jobs opportunities, child marriage, gender-based violence, and limited rights in making decisions. Not only that, women also spend more time on unpaid household and caregiving works compared to men. Well, in leadership situations, women remains underrepresented, and there is a data showing that women is only holding 27% of parliamentary seats globally. In addition, many women still lack ownership of lands, access to technologies, and control over their reproductivity health decisions. To solve this problem, United States has encouraged countries to remove discriminatory laws to increase opportunities for women and promote equal participation in society to increase the process in SDG and to achieve SDG 5 so that everyone will not left behind. What about opinions of you guys?
Yeah, I think your opinion is actually very strong. But in my research, I found that a report by UN women in many countries still face challenges in work and leadership positions. Even though progress has been made, some women still receive fewer opportunities than men. In some places, women are paid less for similar work and have fewer chances to become leaders. This news is important because everyone should be treated fairly, regardless of the gender. Men and women should have the same opportunities to study, work, and achieve their goals. Gender equality also helps create a more inclusive society where everyone can contribute their skills and talents. When people are given equal opportunities, they are more likely to succeed and improve their quality of life. I choose this news because gender equality helps create a fair and respectful society. When everyone is given equal opportunities, communities and countries can grow and become stronger. It can also help reduce poverty, improve education, and support economic growth. Although many improvements have been made, there is still more work to do to ensure that everyone is treated equally. Therefore, raising awareness about gender equality is important so that future generations can live in a more fair and equal society. So, what do you guys think about my idea from this report?
I think I agree with Azrai's articles that there's about awareness about the woman career in the employment of the women these days. So I think this highlights one of the barriers women still face in employment. Even when women have the same education and skills as men, they may encounter challenges in building and sustaining their careers. These challenges can include balancing work and family responsibilities, limited opportunities for career advancement, workplace bias, and a lack of female representation in leadership positions or in the workplace. As female electrical and electronic engineering student, I can personally relate to this issue. Engineering is still a field where a man is highly more represented, especially in senior and leadership roles. Sometimes women may feel discouraged because there are fewer role models or because certain industries are still viewed as male dominated. So you guys have any point to add more?
Yes, I actually agree with Azrai and Jai points. However, Azrai's points really caught my eyes because the barrier is employment. Sorry, when we talk about barriers in employment, we can say that mostly women will experience these issues because even though that, like Azizah said, even though they have a same level education or qualification, they will still face the challenges when entering and progressing in the workforce, such as such as the barriers that they face, like including workplace discrimination, unequal pay, limited access to leadership position, and social expectations. So these challenges can limit career growth and reduce equal participation in economy. This is important because when women face barriers in employment, it does not only affect individuals but also reduce overall economics, productivity, and slow down national development. To address this issue, there needs to be stronger enforcement of equal opportunity laws, fair hiring practices, supportive workplace, and flexible work arrangements, and also greater awareness about gender equality in the workplace. That's my opinion.
After hear the opinions from you guys about article of AZRAI, I also agree on this because I know that women in career to obtain a career in employment is very hard, and it is and it's very many situation that is unfair for women. So I think that there's a need for awareness for everyone to know that women are very hard in employment situations. So to sum up for these discussions, we will choose Tibet, the Tibet articles as our SDG 4 news report, and the SDG 5 we will select the barriers in employment for our SDG 5 in the next news report.
Okay. Since we have come to the end of our discussion, for our next task is to record the news that we have choose today. I would like to suggest that we can do the recording on like next week Friday. Are you guys okay with it?
Okay.